What's up, guys, and welcome to my review for Solo, a Star Wars Story, which is the second Star Wars story under the new Disney-owned Lucasfilm run by Kathleen Kennedy, and this is now the fourth new Star Wars film under the same umbrella. And this stars Alden Ehrenreich as Han Solo. You have Donald Glover as Lando Calrissian. You have new cast members. Emilia Clarke is in this, and Woody Harrelson is in this, and Paul Bettany is also in this as our villainous character in the film. Now, going into this, I really didn't have high expectations after hearing everything that was going on behind the scenes with this movie, and all the production problems that it had, and the trailers didn't really excite me that much. I mean, they, got me excited to see the movie, but I wasn't, like, really buzzing for the film until maybe the week leading up to me seeing it. And after leaving the theater, that I will tell you that I really liked Solo, a Star Wars Story. I liked it more than I thought I would. And I think this movie is better than people give it credit for. In reviews that I've been seeing, I've heard it's been called boring. It drags a bit, and personally I disagree with that. I think from the start of the film, keep in mind this is a non-spoiler review, so you don't have to worry about that. From the start of the film, we're introduced to this new Han Solo, played by Alden Ehrenreich, and the film, gets us started on this journey, on this story that takes place. And I think it was a fine story. I think that they really did a good job writing the movie. Lawrence Kasdan and his son wrote the script, and even though I feel like some things in the movie were a little predictable, I think overall it was a very fun and entertaining ride. I wouldn't say necessarily that The Last Jedi or Rogue One were fun movies. I think The Force Awakens is more of a funner film. I think the last two they put out were a little more intense. But this, it takes us back to just a fun adventure film. And I think it really succeeds at that. And I don't think this movie's boring at all. I think that, like I said, from when it starts, I was entertained from beginning to end. I didn't get up once to use the bathroom. I didn't check my phone for the time at all. I was always interested in what was going to happen next because I was invested into this story and this adventure and this sort of mission that these characters are on and who Han runs into, along the way. I really enjoyed it, and all the acting is good as well. I don't think there's a poor performance in this movie, and I think everything with Han and Chewie in this movie really worked for me. All that stuff worked. Han's interaction with Lando really worked. I really enjoyed that. There's a side character in this film, a droid named L3. It's sort of Lando's droid. And that character didn't work for me at all. I feel like it was an extremely one-note kind of droid that really, I wouldn't say got annoying, but just I didn't really care for anything that this droid was doing. I understood the point it was trying to get across. It's just I don't really think that was necessary for this movie. Didn't work, it didn't fit. I think John Powell's new score for the film was very good, and now our new piece from John Williams, The Adventures of Han, his theme that does play throughout the film, I think that was very good as well. You get some other classic Star Wars themes in this sprinkled throughout the movie, which I think were placed at the perfect spots. I think it really worked. The visual effects really worked for me. If I'm comparing this to the previous Star Wars story, Rogue One, I do think that, for me personally, I do think that Solo has a better first and second act, where I think Rogue One has the better third act. But I do think, overall as a film, I was more invested into this movie, and I did care about the characters in this a little more than I cared about them in Rogue One. I think that this, I would go as far as to say, yes, I do like Solo, a Star Wars Story, more than Rogue One, a Star Wars Story. slightly better. I just watched Rogue One again yesterday, 2 days ago, before seeing this movie. And it still holds up. You know, I would still give it the same rating as I gave it in my original review, 4 out of 5. But, you know, like I said, the movie doesn't really pick up until the third act for me. When this, it's a very nice balance from beginning to end of entertainment. And I do think the third act in this, it does dip a bit. Not much, but there's just, they get really spicy with the plot and stuff that goes on in the third act. And some of it is, not all of it really works for me. You know, I wasn't upset or anything. I didn't really dislike what I was watching, but not a lot of it really was engaging as the first 2 acts were for me. There is, you know, try to stay away from spoilers. If you are interested in seeing this movie, there is one big thing in this film that I was not expecting and blew my socks off completely. This thing, or I'm not going to say, but there is one big thing in the film, and if you've seen it, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Something that I was not expecting to see in this movie at all, and we see, and it was very, very surprising in a good way for me. And in the end of the day, I am going to give Solo: A Star Wars Story the same rating I gave Rogue One, which is 4 out of 5, and I do like this film a hair more than that. Don't shoot me. Guys, comment in the comment section, do you plan on seeing Solo: A Star Wars Story? What did you think about the movie? Now, if you disagree with me or you have different opinions, please be nice in the comment section. I know the Star Wars fan base is, it's become toxic. Be civil. You know, comment and tell me why you disagree. Or maybe you do agree with me, you know, if you've seen the film. Guys, you could also subscribe to this channel for my upcoming reviews for, you got the new Action Point film coming out with Johnny Knoxville, Ocean's 8 is coming out, and Incredibles 2, which I'm extremely excited for that. Definitely, you guys can also follow me on Facebook and Twitter. The links to those are in the description of this video. And guys, that's about it. Thank you very much for watching my non-spoiler review for Solo: A Star Wars Story. Over and out.